Welcome back. The White House now responding to Russia's deadliest attack on Kyiv since President Putin's meeting with President Trump in Alaska earlier this month. Take a listen to the White House today.
He was not happy about this news, but he was also not surprised. Perhaps both sides of this war are not ready to end it themselves. The president wants it to end, but the leaders of these two countries need it to end and want it to end, must want it to end as well.
So nearly 600 drones, 31 missiles slammed into the capital during Russia's latest assault. It killed at least 17 people, including 4 children. It has left dozens more injured. The U.S. envoy to Ukraine blasting those strikes on X, calling them, quote, egregious attacks that threaten peace. Let's bring in General Jack Keane, retired 4-star general, chairman at the Institute for the Study of War. He is also a Fox News senior strategic analyst. General Keane, you heard Caroline there. She said President Trump is not happy with these strikes overnight. This is now the second or third time that Putin has moved forward blindsiding President Trump as he is pretending to be interested in a peaceful settlement.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with that conclusion. I don't agree with Ms. Levitt's conclusion that both sides don't seem to want to end this war. I mean, let's call a spade here. Putin started this war, and he believed that he had an historic and legal claim to it, despite the fact since 1991, Ukraine, by the UN standards and by Russia's standards at the time, is an independent country. Let's get over this nonsense and false narrative that Putin puts out there. The second thing is that he talks peace, and very convincingly, so much so that the special envoy Witkoff believes he's looking for peace, and our president does as well. They're the people talking to him. We don't have the privilege of seeing those remarks and feeling those remarks, and I think that's important. But they come away from that conclusion. But what does he do? He doesn't make peace. He's refused to go to a ceasefire. Zelensky's accepted a ceasefire 5 months ago. 5 months ago. The entire nation wants to go to a peace agreement. The country wants peace, and so does Zelensky. This is very one-sided in terms of the perpetuation of war. And what is Putin doing? Putin is still conducting an offensive operation. He's only taken 1% of the territory in 2 years. Not exactly a military success or a major breakthrough. But what has he also done that he's succeeding at? And that is he's killing civilians, and to include children, to include elderly people, on a systemic basis. And he's pounding this country relentlessly, and he's taking 19,000 children away from their parents and put them into Russia. These are bona fide war crimes, and every single day we have an opportunity to identify this thug and this killer for who he really is. We should take the opportunity to do that. I'm not suggesting we don't sit down and talk nice to him in terms of making a deal. We got to do that. But we also got to put the facts on the table for what they really are here and who is perpetuating this war. Putin has come to the conclusion, and let's see it for what it is. He wants to continue the war because he believes that's the best option to achieve his strategic objectives, take control of Ukraine, expand into Europe. And if he believes, I think the conclusion is obvious, if he goes to a ceasefire and stops the killing, he loses his leverage. And he doesn't want to do that. For 6 months, he's been walking away from that, even though he says, I'm really interested in peace. I'm really interested in having a mutually beneficial relationship with the United States that we used to have. But let's face the truth in terms of what we're seeing. And we just saw the truth last night.
General, well said. We're going to leave it there, but thank you, as always, for sharing your expertise with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, good talking to you, Jillian. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.